Hello everybody, welcome back to Jordan Talks Football. We've got some big updates again today for Bradley Barcola and Minteh potentially coming to Liverpool. We've got more reports coming out from basically everyone saying that Bradley Barcola and Liverpool agreement is reached. PSG and Liverpool agreement is getting closer now, with the valuation for PSG decreasing, Liverpool willing to go up in valuation as well. We are in the final week of the window and things are looking like they are coming to fruition finally, and we may well get a here you go soon from Fabrizio Romano today or tomorrow surrounding this. It looks as though a lot of second tier journalists are saying that Liverpool and PSG are basically at agreement now, and it's just the add-ons like it has been probably for some weeks in reality. I think both clubs know the price that needs to be paid, and the reality is it's going to be those bits in the middle, those fiddly, niggly bits in the middle that are going to make the difference. But as you can see from Team Talk here, Liverpool closing in on a breakthrough for Barcola. PSG have dramatically reduced their price tag and a deal has never been closer. So PSG obviously were initially looking for 170 million euros, which is obviously outrageous, 145 million pounds. But since recently they have signed all the replacements for Barcola, as I've said numerous times. Mika Götze, Ferran Torres and Akluj have all been signed. All players that really are replacing Barcola's role in the team as versatile forwards. And the reality is Barcola wants to leave. We obviously know he wants to leave. He's basically not going to play. He's been put in the stands, not even on the bench in recent games for PSG. We know that he's going to leave. And I think now that the price is getting lowered because of those replacements coming, I think we're looking at the region of 110, 120 million pounds will do it. I think Liverpool are willing to go up towards that area with some add-ons as well. So I think this is probably going to get done, which will be great for Liverpool, obviously. We have been seeing lots of reports out of France today as well. If we just take a quick look here at Barcola and Liverpool, we have been seeing lots of reports out of France over the past 24 hours that there is something going on here. You can see PSG have lowered their price for Barcola again, with talks continuing. They obviously need to sell him. You can see Sacha Todier is coming in here as well, saying that they are continuing to discuss. Apparently nothing above the 150 million euro mark has been put on the table yet, but I think if Liverpool put 110 million pounds on the table, that will be enough to get the deal done. You can see Francois Platiot, who is a pretty reliable journalist from what I've seen. They have agreed a potential verbal agreement for 110 million pounds. Minor details remain to be finalised, which is what I've been saying. This guy is very, very reliable, by the way, this Francois guy, who I've actually don't think I've ever seen him get a call wrong in this regard. This Barcola deal has obviously been the talk of the summer, really, especially for Liverpool. You could see Fabrizio Romano also coming out with a little bit of information there, but nothing really, bit of a nothing burger. Lots of second and third tier journalists coming out and saying that things are happening. But apparently Mbaye has moved away from a deal with Liverpool now. PSG were trying to bundle them together to raise the price, but Liverpool just want Barcola, and we'll probably get Minteh as our other signing. As we can see here, Liverpool want Yankuba Minteh, but there is some difference in the valuations. We know that we bid 50 million and 60 million, both rejected. 70 million will do it, but I think we're not willing to go up to 70 million as things stand. And it looks as though right now Liverpool are in the situation, as Iraola said himself, and many people have been saying, including James Pearce, that Liverpool will sign 2 or 3 players by the end of the week. So there's probably going to be 2 wingers and maybe a midfielder potentially to replace Curtis Jones. It remains to be seen just where those players will come in. We've also seen Manchester City potentially looking like they want to come in and buy Gakpo, in which case we might buy another winger. But if we take a look here, if I can actually find the post that I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure it was James Pearce that said this, although I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that I can find it now. Liverpool looking at bringing in some more players, 2 or 3 new players. It might have been James Pearce, it might have been Dave O.C. Kopp. But anyway, we have been touted at bringing in the whole summer 3 wingers. We've only got Munoz so far. We're going to get Barcola by the looks of things, and probably Minteh or another right winger. We've also seen offers from Endrick reported from Brazil, which would be an interesting one as well. We could see that Dave O.C. Kopp, that we have had a £60 million bid for Cody Gakpo rejected. And apparently we're also being linked with Pedro Neto today. So basically it's winger roulette. Liverpool by the end of the week are probably going to end up with about 3 more players. Gakpo might leave as well. That's the long and short of it from what I can tell. As it stands right now, it looks like Liverpool are going to finally get their man in Barcola pretty soon. The price dropping again from around 140 million euros down probably to around 130, 120 million euros now, about 110 million pounds, I think will do it for Barcola. As I've said the entire time, to be honest, obviously PSG initially kept the price high because they were trying to get their other replacement deals through and over the line. They've got 3 new forwards now, and they've replaced Gonzalo Ramos, and they've replaced Kang-in Lee, who's left as well, and they've replaced Barcola, let's be fair, with Akliouche or Mika Götze, who can play on that side. So really, this one is probably all lined up to happen now. The reality is the price will come down and down as the window goes on. PSG know that they've got to sell him because ultimately, otherwise they'll basically be getting a cut fee from him next year or lose him on a free in 2 years' time. He's going to be sitting in the stands all year and they're going to be paying his wages for no reason. And Liverpool really need him and Barcola wants to move. So I don't see why this deal wouldn't get done. This one is obviously the one to watch. This would be excellent for Liverpool. I think this would really, really change our team. If you take a look here, you can see this is what we would look like going into next season. Elliott and Chiesa have not been selected recently. They could be on the way out. Obviously, Curtis Jones has left. And Gakpo could also leave potentially. But as it stands right now, this is what we would be going into next season if we got Barcola and Minteh. Or let's say we could potentially get Endrick instead of Minteh as well, who's also an option. And he can cover for striker. Ekitike is obviously long-term injured, as is Bradley, until October, November, December time. So really, we are looking at adding 2 new wingers. And I think that would be wise, to be honest. You can see here, Chiesa wasn't, I don't think really Chiesa is particularly in Iraola's plans. Harvey Elliott wasn't even selected for the bench against Newcastle. There's not really room in the team for him, in my opinion. The reality is here, we've got quite a few players that are going to be on the peripheries that could end up going or being sold, especially if we bring in 2 new wingers. But it looks as though Iraola wants 2 new wingers. He's going to get Barcola, who's going to play the vast majority of games on the left wing, from what I could tell. Engamoa hasn't really been playing. I don't think he played very well in that Newcastle game or in pre-season on the right wing. It remains to be seen whether or not he'll be used there. Munoz came on in this position and was more effective, in my opinion, on the right wing than Engamoa was in the 30 minutes he played. Also, Lewis Kumas came on and did a good shift at striker, I believe it was. Or it might have been right wing / striker. Or was it the number 10? In either instance, he was in the forward line for the last 10 minutes or so, and I thought he played really well. I think he'll have a part to play. He was on the bench instead of Elliott. Shows me really where Iraola's thinking is in terms of the players that he likes. I knew from Lewis Kumas' pre-season, he played a very good pre-season, by the way, that it was very likely that he was going to come into the team. He's being used in the first team, doesn't look like he's going to get let go, and honestly, he looks like a bit of a pressing machine. Very fast and energetic. I thought he played really well on that right wing area. And really, like I said, if we go into next season and this is our forward line, I would be very happy with this. Even if Gakpo gets sold, I would still be very happy with this. 3 new wingers and the centre-back that we desperately needed that can also play right-back. And even potentially a midfielder from what we've been seeing. 2 or 3 new signings for Liverpool. Does that mean Gakpo's getting sold but we'll sign 3 more wingers, in fact? Or does that mean Gakpo stays and we sign a midfielder? I'm not sure. But as it stands right now, it looks like Barcola's going to get done. And potentially Minteh is going to get done on the other side. And with Ekitike to come back, Bradley to come back, and then we've still got Elliott and we've still got Chiesa. This looks like a pretty damn good squad to me if this gets done, and I'd be pretty happy with this. Loads of people moaning that we were rubbish against Newcastle. I really don't think we were. We made loads of chances, could have scored a bag of goals, looked a little bit rusty in the system. It'll take time for these things to progress, but I think bringing in a few more premium wingers who can add something different, a bit more pace and power, directness and quality on the breakaways, which I thought Gakpo kind of struggled with, to be honest. He had a few chances on the breakaways that he struggled with. I thought Barcola probably would have done better in those situations. As it stands, it looks like Liverpool are going to potentially get Barcola and maybe Minteh over the line. We'll have to see about other signings, but time is ticking away now. Who do you think we get? Get your comments in down below because I'm fascinated to know how you think this transfer window is going to play out for Liverpool. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.